Hi guys, this is Connor from Graded Gem. Do we have a special returns video today? We have a complete set of base set first edition, minus the Charizard, unfortunately. We also have some amazing promos and some cards from Southern Islands. Very quickly, I just want to put this out there. These will all be exclusively available on gradedgroudon.com right now till the end of the weekend, Monday to be precise, and then they'll be on eBay and other selling marketplaces. So if you do want any of these cards at the cheaper price, then go to gradedgroudon.com and they will be there. However, enough promotion of this right now. Let's start and let's go into the Black Star promos. So we're going to start off with the Mew, which got the Mint 9, the Hitmon top, which got a Gem Mint 10 grade, awesome artwork there, doing what he does best. The Unknown J, really cool as well because it's got the other unknowns in the artwork. Pretty unique. Black Star promo set is one I know that's quite popular to collect from English collectors. There's some chase cards in there, some really desirable cards, such as the Pikachus, the Surfing Pikachu, of course, reprinted in Evolutions quite recently. Dark Persian holofoil. I know, again, this is another collector's favourite, getting the Mint 9 this time. The cool Porygon. Had quite a few of these come through recently, not English, in Japanese, through Graded Gem. Really nice. So this seller wants to stay anonymous, I should say. And Graded Groudon will be the exclusive seller of these cards, which is really cool. And I really do appreciate them allowing us to show off these amazing cards. We've got the Mewtwo Black Star Nim in 8. Hopefully you guys enjoy it too. We will be getting on to the meteor stuff later. We got the Meowth Black Star promo, including those base set first edition holofoils. Mew with the holofoil Nim in 8. How did this guy do? Yeah, it's a close one for sure. The Arcanine Black Star promo also getting the 8. Unfortunately, but now we kick on to something pretty impressive indeed. The Suicune Black Star promo. I really like this card. The holofoil is also amazing. I can't remember which card set this is. A holofoil in number 53. Suicune's always a popular Pokemon. It's a favourite of mine as well, actually. So really top grade there. The Ho-Ho doesn't let us down either. Also getting that Gem Mint 10 grade. Released the same time as the Suicune. Another Pikachu. We've had quite a lot of Pikachus already in this video, and we're only 3 minutes in. Thundershock and Agility. And we got another Birthdays Pikachu. Of course, you used to be able to put your name, so I would put Connor, I'd hope. And that's what people used to do with these cards. I mean, it would adversely affect the value, don't get me wrong, but this is a holofoil, and it did get the Mint 9. Snorlax got the Gem Mint 10, bringing that grade back up. This is really cool artwork. I don't see this come through the service too often, but you can see how the Z goes across the card in the background and he's just sleeping. I mean, that is what Snorlax is known for, and I think that's an Eevee accompanying him there. Articuno with a Mint 9. This card's amazing in Japanese vending series. Not that this card's any worse, but I mean, it just automatically reminds me of that one. Another Birthdays Pikachu, this time from the World Collection, and that did get the Gem Mint 10. They did have a full set of the World Collection, which we haven't sent off all of it, but this card did get that Gem grade, and it's a cool one at that. Beautiful card. Rapidash, same time as the Ho-Ho. Also getting that Gem Mint 10 from Pokemon Center New York this time. It's quite a valuable card, this one, actually. I was quite impressed, I guess, when I searched it up on eBay. See the value, so it did really well to get the Gem Mint 10 grade there. And then we, of course, have these legendary birds. I used to have a stack of these back in the day, and then someone raided me on eBay, and they no longer exist. Well, they might exist, but they're not in my hands. And the Zapdos as well. So before we move on to base set first edition, I'm going to probably show you these two. These two were a bit of a disappointment for me. We were expecting at least a near an 8 to Mint 9 on these. Sorry, let's just have a look at that. The Charizard from the movie edit foil, just the excellent 5, and the Blastoise 5 as well. I'd imagine they're probably going to be less than £10 for these. So I mean, if you want to pick them up, then you know where to go. I've mentioned it enough already in this video. Next up is Southern Islands. You would have seen the video of us opening this up. The grades for me were a bit of a disappointment. I was expecting half 9s, half 10s, and unfortunately we've ended up with a lot more 9s than I expected. However, the Mew reverse foil, this is probably the cleanest 9. I was just speaking to Tom, it's probably the cleanest 9 I've ever seen. There is a slight white mark on the back, and I think, yeah, I mean, it's very close. It's very close, guys. There's no holofoil scratches, and it is an absolute beauty. But this card is incredibly difficult to get in that gem grade. Then we move on to the non-holofoils. Again, I just feel like these were all very close. There were 9.5s, in my opinion, /10s. But, you know, they got the 9s this time around. There's not really much I can do about that. The Onyx with the Venonat there in the background, and even Dragonite flying over his head. Togepi, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, very cool card. Again, no scratches on the reverse foil. Ivysaur, non-holofoil this time around. Ladybah, again with that reverse foil. Yeah, I mean, yeah, these were pulled. These would come straight out of the pack, and they went straight into card tables and straight to PSA. So I mean, it really does show you how hard it is to grade gems in this set. Maybe it's something we should look at as an investment video to get gems in this entire set, because they're obviously a lot harder than I anticipated. Butterfree, Gem Mint 10 there. We've got no Gem Mints on the reverse foils. Again, another beautiful card. Marill and Magikarp just chilling, jumping out of the water. Mint 9. Executor with a Mint 9 as well. We got a double guy just chilling on the island, I'd imagine. This is probably one of my favourite cards from this set. It's the Slowking. You got the Bellsprout and the Psyduck accompanying him, and I think it's just a really cool reverse foil. It's more like a fun-loving Slowking for some reason. I'm just going to put that out there. We do have a Gem Mint 10 on this Lickitung with a Rattata. Such a unique set, Southern Islands. I mean, such an amazing set, I might add. The Vileplume Mint 9. I'd love to see like a remake, a reprint of this set. Maybe not of exactly the same artworks, that's not what I mean, but like a newer generation of these cards. That would be really cool to see. If anyone from Pokemon is watching, that is my request. Bromie, last but not least, Gem Mint 10. And last but not least, before we move on to base set first edition, I'm pretty sure that's going to be in the title of this video. And I've like wasted 8 minutes of your guys' time. Because I know that's what a lot of you are here for. Should we start off with the holofoils? No, let's leave them to the end. We're going to start off with a Beedrill, excellent to Mint 6 first edition. First edition is probably going to be going through my mouth a lot. Dragonair, near Mint 8. Dugtrio, it's very rare nowadays to find a full set that is gradable, and they weren't quite minty. Near Mint to Mint in most cases. We did actually do a full pre-grade on all of these cards, and they did slightly better than we expected. Only slightly, I must add, but that is the result overall. The Electrode Mint 9 first edition. Pidgeotto Mint 9. Arcanine disappointing us a bit, along with you, Charmeleon. What is going on with the excellent to Mint 6 grade? And excellent to Mint 6 just means that they are mint, but there's an issue with them, whether that's like a fold, a bend, or something like a big scratch maybe on a non-holofoil. That just affects the grade to make it a 6. Dugong with the Mint 9 grade. Absolute stunning card. Oh, hello. Where are you? You're going to... There you go. There he is. Come on, boy. Dratini, near Mint 8, going along with Dragonair, which also got that grade. Farfetch'd Mint 9. You're probably all wondering when our first gem is, and I have no idea. Farfetch'd with the Leak. Obviously, Growlithe. Such iconic cards, these. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Excellent 5 on this Ivysaur. That's a bit of a disappointment. It's not actually looking that bad, but there must have been something wrong with it. Mint 9 on the other Ivysaur, so maybe we shouldn't complain too much. Jinx getting the Mint 9 as well. I think the majority of these cards did get Mint 9, and then a few near Mint 8. And a few gems as well. We still haven't come across one gem. Kakuna near Mint 8. Machoke. Magikarp. I mean, I know there are a lot of Mint 9 collectors of base set first edition, because if you can't afford the overall set in Gem Mint 10, Mint 9 is the obvious way to go. Because they're not actually, for the cards, they're not really that expensive, are they? I don't think, anyway. We do have now a Gem Mint 10 Nido Reno. A really nice card. I did predict this one to get the gem, and it has indeed. Really nice edges, and overall, just a very strong card. That's our first gem of the base set first edition. Poliwrath, Mint 9. Oh, sorry, I say Poliwrath, and of course it's Poliwhirl, isn't it? I mean, what am I doing? I've always had a soft spot for this card. I have no idea why, but I've just always liked it. 10 out of 10 for me, and it's actually quite a simplistic artwork, isn't it? I've always had a soft spot for Poliwhirl in general. Porygon, just chilling, Mint 9. Rattata, also with the Mint 9 grade. And last but not least, from this stack, we have the Near Mint 7. Come on then, guys. How many more cards have we got in this set? This set is massive. I mean, it's absolutely massive. I mean, a lot of you have probably just gone straight to the website to see what these grades got anyway. Or maybe I've just given you that idea and everyone's going to leave. Audience retention leaves at 11:30. Wartortle, Abra, Mint 9. Bulbasaur, Mint 9. Lovely card. Caterpie, Mint 9 again. Charmander, also with the Mint 9 grade. Such an iconic card. Obviously, the start of the Charizard evolution line. Diglett. I'm trying not to say first edition so bad. But, I mean, you do forget how iconic and valuable these cards are. Doduo, first edition, Mint 9. Drowsy. It was the set that started it all off, wasn't it? I mean, it's crazy. We should be having a crazy time because of Charizard first edition. 2 of them, in fact. Apologies, needed a drink. 2 of them, in fact, are due back from PSA very soon. I need to give them a ring, actually, and be like, where are they? Because they did go with a faster turnaround. Oh, by the way, guys, this was lightning quick. Lightning quick. I actually sent this off in last month. And that's quite frustrating because I've obviously got orders out there from August 2, to be precise, that left. 2 have been done out of 4. And in the 2 orders from August, on the majority of my cards, which is a bit, annoying. Because obviously none of these are mine. I'm almost glad, though, that my cards didn't come back lightning quick, because then you'd be like, well, why have your cards come back quick? The Metapod with the Near Mint 8. It would always be my preference if I could choose that everyone else got their cards back and then I got my cards back. Nidoran. That's just not how PSA works, though. They just charge the credit whenever they want. The Onyx, Mint 9. Pidgey, Mint 9. Pikachu, here he is. Here he is. Red Cheeks, first edition, Mint 9. We got another gem, people, on that rat. On that Rattata, maybe I should say. This is I remember having so many of this card. Unlimited, of course. Just loads of them everywhere. Back when I was a young little boy. Tons of this card. I just remember having loads of them. God, everyone had loads of, I think. For some reason, because it's just a normal common, for some reason, they were just everywhere. Sandshrew, mouse Pokemon, again with the Mint 9. Let's move that Squirtle to that stack, and I will explain that in a moment. It's because... It's because we got 2. One got the Mint 9, one got the Mint 8. Not bad grades, to be honest, on the starter Pokemon. Very popular to acquire the starter Pokemon from base set first edition. Starmie, Mint 9. Staryu, Near Mint 8. Tangela, again with a Mint 9 grade. It's just cool going through these cards again. 67. I don't know how many more sets I'm ever going to be able to grade in whatever condition. Personally, we did have first edition commons and uncommons come through recently from Matthew, which is really cool. But the holofoils were shadowless, which is, let's not go there. Like, they're still amazing. But I mean, I don't know how many full sets are out there just in the wild. Obviously, you got booster boxes, but they're getting so expensive now that you just wonder, don't you? Really. how many of those are going to get opened for the cards inside, because the risk, it's just not worth it. At least I would say so. But of course, that Charizard always hitting new heights. 40,000, I think, was the recent valuation. I wish I had one. I really do. And this Imposter Professor Oak, this is a really good card to get in the gem, actually. Really good card. Trainers from base set first edition are, just in general, they're quite valuable as mint 9s as well. Gem mint 10 on that one, because I think they were quite disposable in a way, if that makes sense. So people wouldn't keep them, even collectors wouldn't keep them in as good condition as the Pokemon themselves, because obviously they're the cards you want. Back in the day when we were younger, the last with the mint 9. Oh, there we go. Now this card, I remember going for a load of money, gem mint 10. I think it still does. Crazy amounts of money for this card, mint 9. And I would say it's a pretty strong mint 9. Pretty strong indeed. Near mint 8 on the Pokemon Breeder, unfortunately. Just a bit. I think, again, I predicted a mint 9 on this. Didn't happen this time. Mint 9 on the Pokemon Trader. Really cool. Farfetch'd again. Scoop Up with the Weedle. I always found this artwork a bit strange, I'm not going to lie. With the Pokeball, I just found it, I don't know, the 3D animation there. I don't know why they went to that effort. I don't know. It's not a very popular opinion not to like any of the cards in this set, but if there was any I had to pick to leave the set, it would be Scoop Up. Super Energy Removal, near mint 8. Defender, near mint 8. Full Heal, mint 9. Oh, we've still got a little stack of trainers over there. What am I taking my time for? Maintenance, mint 9. Little stack of trainers. Just a little one. That is all. Plus power. I don't know what was going on there. Apologies. Pokemon Center. Pokemon Flute with the mint 9. Pokedex, of course. Pokedex. Professor Oak with the mint 9 as well. Really cool. Revive, near mint 8, unfortunately. Super Potion, near mint 8. Bill does get that gem mint 10 grade. Absolutely brilliant. That's what we want to see. Energy Removal with the mint 9. Gust of Wind. I mean, we've seen these cards so many times. Potion was another one, wasn't it? Like Rattata, that everyone just had tons of. I mean, it was just one of them. And Switch, of course, was also another one that everyone just had tons of. Last but not least, we have the double colourless energy. So, let's get on to dessert. Let's get on to the main thing. I mean, I'd imagine many of you have skipped to this point anyway, or you've been too lazy and you've just gone on the website and seen the grades now. Yeah, guys, I mean, it's not a mint set. I mean, I think the non-holofoils were near mint and mint set. I mean, that's fair enough. But the holofoils were in a bit less worse condition, which can just be expected, as over time the holofoils have more to damage. Because obviously you got the scratching, you got the other issues. However, I do not want to simplify, I guess, this really cool event, and it's a pleasure to have these in my hands. We have the base set first edition holofoil. So let's get on. We start off with an Alakazam, excellent to mint 6, first edition, stunning. Brilliant card. Blastoise with the near mint 8 grade. Did really well, this card, actually, with the near mint 8 grade. Stunner, absolute stunner. Exactly what we want to see. Chansey, this guy only unfortunately getting the excellent 5. That will be because of the scratches on the holofoil. But I mean, again, we expected this. Again, I pre-graded all of these cards, guys, and they did a tiny bit better than expected. So that's not a bad thing at all. The Chansey with an near mint 8 this time. I mean, I think a good goal would be to get, near mint 7 to near mint 8. I just put the near mint 7 in because this card's here. And then mint 9s on all the other base set first editions. I think that's a definite, realistic goal. I mean, if you haven't got like tens of thousands to drop on this set, I don't see why that would be a problem. The Gyarados, excellent to mint 6. Again, we got another one of these. So we got 2 Gyaradoses, excellent to mint 6. First edition. Hitmonchan, again, excellent to mint 6. I mean, it's going to be a trend, I will tell you. It just means they were so close to getting a mint, but there is a massive defect which stops them from getting it. Which is a shame, but again, it was expected, guys. It was all expected. Near mint 7 on the Machamp. Near mint 7 on this Machamp too. Won't keep you too long on those. Of course, they're not the shadowless variants. The Machamp mint 9 first edition is there, though. Stunning. Near mint 8. This was actually the only card that got a bit less than expected for me. I graded it a mint 9, and PSA gave it a near mint 8. So that was a bit of a close one, really. I mean, I think the back was deserved of oh, that was close. I think the back was deserved of a mint. But anyway, the Mewtwo, I did correctly guess this grade with an mint 8. I did this entire set personally as well. I took personal responsibility on the grade, and I'm actually really happy with the results. I know, of course, the results could be better. Of course they could, but I'm happy that my grading eye, let's say, is quite close to PSA's at the moment. Near mint 8 on the Nidoking. Here we go. Mint 9 on the Ninetales. I would say mint 9 is a stunning card on the base set first edition. What a card indeed. Looking beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Top card. Poliwrath also getting the mint 9 grade. Really cool card to have. Again, I like the Poliwrath, I like the Poliwhirl, I like the whole Poliwag evolution line. I mean, I'll just put that out there. The Venusaur, we did grade this one, not in the 20-day sub. Ironically, this sub come back earlier. I mean, I should have just sent... No, of course you can't, because you get it guaranteed. But excellent to mint 6 on this Venusaur. We didn't send this with the 20-day sub because we didn't think it was good enough. It wasn't going to get the near mint 8, wasn't going to get the mint 9. To, you know, I guess be worthwhile for the grading fee, because obviously it's quite a bit more expensive. Definitely can be worthwhile, though, for a lot of cards. It's £21 on graded gem. There we go. Just float that in there for the 20-day service. And actually, it's a really good service because it gets your cards out and then back really quickly. It's a bit expensive, don't get me wrong. However, that is the excellent to mint 6 Zapdos. So then, guys, that is that. I hope you enjoyed that video. Really cool video to shoot. I think my favourite card has to still be the Ninetales. The Mewtwo, though, I'm going to end on. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, please subscribe. But you know what? The outro is going to say it all, and I'm going to leave it to that. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like, hit that bell button, and go and follow our social media. Oh, and don't forget gradedgem.com. Thanks, guys.